Alright, so today we're going to do a little work on my 2002 Lincoln LSE with the 3.9 liter V8. So you can see, looks nice and clean. Yours may not look like this, but we're going to start by taking the plastic cover off here. It hides all the stuff that people don't want to see. So in order to get the black cover off, I'm going to take a little screwdriver, and you see these plastic pieces here. You press down in the center, and then you can then pry it up. Okay, so I'd walk the screwdriver around a little bit as you pry. In fact, you probably want to use maybe two, one on the opposite corner. They'll come up pretty easy. Okay, you want to be careful. You don't want to break these and have to buy new ones. See, there you go. It's got a little plastic thin washer that we can get rid of underneath. And do that for the other one as well. Okay, so I got the second one out, and now this third one here, this is just a rubber piece that you just simply pull up to get out. And that should be enough to get this cover off. Okay, now you can see the guts. Okay, so now I'm going to start by removing the air filter kind of box here, and then this is your mass airflow sensor, and you can see all the way up to your throttle body. So this whole air kind of intake unit I'm going to take off. So I'm going to start basically by using my little screwdriver here, and the way you get these connectors off, basically just push down. There's a little tab here that you push down, and at the same time then you also slide it backwards. Okay, so since I have two hands, I'm going to pause here. Okay, so you can see that, you know, that's come out, so I'll slide that away from the mass airflow sensor, and I'm going to do the same with this one because I'm eventually going to take this off as well. You can see the little clip is here that you have to press down on. Okay, so I'll press down on that, and then I'll slide it back. And while you're pressing with one small screwdriver here, you can also take maybe a bigger screwdriver here and put it in between and then twist a little bit, and that'll kind of push it back enough for you to then take over. I'm also gonna take off this aviator band here that's holding the mass airflow sensor neck onto the rest of it here. So since this one's usually pretty tricky, I'm going to kind of demonstrate this one. So you press, I got the little screwdriver here, I press it in on the left side, take this, and then I turn the screwdriver a little bit, see it pops out, and then I can take my fingers, slide it the rest of the way out. Okay, easy. So this aviator clamp, you could take it off with a flat blade screwdriver, or you could really take an 8mm, I got a 1/4" drive socket here, and then just go to town. Okay, now I'm going to take off this air box here where the air cleaner is. So there's two clips right here. I'm going to pull back on the tab, let it disengage, kind of wiggle the bottom so it comes unclipped, right, and now I have this whole thing up. So I undid my aviator clip, or loosened it. I didn't take it off all the way because then it's a little pain kind of re-threading it when you want to put it back on. So now I can kind of pull this out. Okay, wiggle it a little bit as you go. See, I've got this completely off. Be careful. You don't want to harm the mass airflow sensor. They're expensive and sensitive. Okay, so I set that over here, and now you can see this is where you get your air filter at. Okay, so this is really the right way to replace your air filter. You can basically do it by unclipping, unsnapping the top here, peeling it back, and then sliding one in. That's actually kind of how they designed it with this bottom that ends up hooking into the these tangs down here. Okay, so I had already replaced this a while ago. Not looking too bad, so I'm gonna kind of leave that in there for now. This is where you'd end. If you replace this, there's a direction of airflow that you want to make sure that you follow. And then basically you put that in, you put this back on right there like we showed, and then these things at the bottom, the tangs, you want to hook in and then snap the top back in. Once you do that, don't forget to plug back in your mass airflow sensor and that other one that we did. Okay, and then you tighten your band down there, and then you put your cover back on for your engine if you still have one, and that's how you do the air cleaner change. So now I'm going to go a little deeper here. Okay, so I've undone this bolt here. Okay, that was the 8mm, and now it's held on one other place down there, but there's nothing to turn. You just simply pull it up. It's a little plastic peg in a rubber grommet, so you just kind of pull it up, comes up, tilt it out. Okay, that's what that looks like. And there's your big empty area, because I'm going to need access to some of these areas in here, so that's why I took this out. Okay, so at this point I'm going to take some of these tubes off so I can start getting this piece out. This kind of gets in the way when you're doing a lot of work. You can work around it most times, but if you were putting in a new thermostat, which would be in this housing, you can remove it without removing some of this stuff, but it's just a lot easier and cleaner when you do it properly. And then also when you remove some of this stuff, you can do some other things, like you can get in and maybe even clean your throttle body, which we'll get into here in a little bit. So I'm going to start by this hose right here. This one just pulls right off, so you can see it just pulls right off just like that. And this clip is kind of an interesting one. If you haven't dealt with this before, it's pretty easy. I'm going to take it off on this end because I'm going to be getting into the valve covers and some work I'm going to do later. So I'm going to clean it up over here. So I'm going to pinch, you see these like these grips, one on each side. So you pinch those. That kind of unlocks it basically, and then you can just pop it right off. See, no problem. Then there's another one over here. So I'm going to do the same thing here, pinch it, and then pop it off. And this is a lot easier when you're not holding a camera, obviously. I'm going to do that in a second. And then this one here, I'm going to take this bolt off. This is, again, I'm going to use a 1/4-inch drive. This is an 11mm deep well socket. So, see, no problem. You can even hand take off the nut there. It's got the attached washer. And basically when you take this thing off, you're going to lift up because that stud is down below. Okay. And then also don't forget, there's another aviator clip over here. So I've already loosened that with a screwdriver, nice and loose. Okay, so I'm gonna put the camera down here, undo this one, and then we can start taking this thing off. Okay, so I decided to take it off here instead of here, just because again, I'm gonna move this whole thing out of the way. Less tubes dangling around in my way. So with that off, you see I took that off. Now I just gotta wiggle it off the throttle body assembly here, like that. Okay, and you can see now this whole air intake unit can be removed as one, and I'm starting to get a nice clean picture of what my engine actually looks like. See, I got the valve covers there, throttle body, valve covers there, and now we're talking. Okay, so now I'm going to take off the throttle body. Okay, so you can see, when you move this lever here, throttle body opens, right? So first I'm going to take this this piece off the end. I'm going to do that by just sticking a wrench in here and pushing out. Okay, and it comes right off, just like that. See, it's kind of a ball that goes into this plastic connector here. A little different than the older cars where it came in from a little, almost like a slot, came down and clipped in. So that's a little different. And I'm going to take these bolts off here from the throttle body as it goes into this elbow here. Okay, and these are 8mm. We'll take these off, just like that. one I haven't broken loose yet. There we go. And no problem. And then there's actually one underneath there. Okay, and one there. I'm going to take those 4 off. And then I'm going to take this clip off. And I'm going to take this one off as well. Okay, and then I'm going to start to remove it after that. Okay, so I took these connectors off. These are just really easy ones. Basically, you just pinch and pull, no problem there. That gives you enough space to get at these bolts down here. So I used the what did I use? I used an 8mm deep well to get at these. And once I kind of break them loose, these are real easy. I'm spinning them out by hand. I think it's faster. You can see the whole throttle body is starting to shake in there, which is good. That means once we get these 4 out, we should be able to just pull it right out. I think there's another connection, another linkage back there, but once we pull this apart, we'll be able to see and get at it, a lot easier. Okay, so, another alternative method here. See, because there's no torque on it, so this is pretty difficult, but you can also just spin it with the socket itself. So by hand with the socket, doesn't matter. Okay, so I just took the bolts off and the throttle body kind of just came right off. Easy. So you can see you want to take this off completely and then clean it with some carburetor cleaner, or they even sell throttle body cleaner. Apparently maybe a little more safe for some of the electronic components, but you can see there's some oil residue and everything. That's why it's good to take these things off, clean them. Now there's one more clip down here that is on the inside. Now on this one you don't want to pry it out like you did on the one on the outside. This one you actually end up, there's a slot on the inside here. So you essentially want to take this and push it so it comes off. Let me see if I can do it. See, there. See? So it actually kind of like hooks around that pin. Okay? So once that's off, then you can take the entire assembly out like this and then go give it a good cleaning. Okay? So now that's how to take off the throttle body. And then there's this gasket here. So you make sure probably to get a new one of these gaskets when you eventually put it back on. It's not in too terrible shape, but hey, why risk having a leak there over some silly little paper gasket? So they sell these in kits, no problem.